Here's a nice way to give an analogy of what it means to be illuminated. So you could say that when you're born, you start at a lower level of steps, and as you go through experiences, you'll rise up to the top. And there's metaphors for that, kind of like Icarus was one of them, where he put wax on his arms and feathers so he could go fly up to the sun, and he got too close to the sun, it melted his wings and he fell. It's kind of like the whole mentality of the bigger you are, the harder you fall. Falling from grace, they say, is another phrase. Those are all phrases that have to do with as you elevate as a person who becomes illuminated, or a person that becomes a prominent figure in society. The higher you go up, the farther you can fall down. And so that's why a lot of people who are illuminated, you will never know. They'll look like a regular Joe, is because the ones on the side of light, the good side, they don't have the egotistical mentality that comes with, fame and fortune and stuff like that. They also recognize that at any point in time, God can pull the rug out from underneath them. God can no longer show them grace according to their behavior if they choose not to follow the path, the righteous path. And that's something that a lot of people have to go through. They fall from grace, and it becomes a humbling experience. And so if you're not already humbled, if you're not already a person who understands their place, understands who they are as a being and where they're supposed to be, that fall, because everyone has these hiccups and bumps in their life, and it can be a hiccup, or it can be like falling down a staircase depending on how you want to look at it. And really, when it comes down to it, when you're illuminated, a lot of times when you are shining bright, people will see it. You will walk into a room and they will turn around because they will feel you, and that has to do with your inner soul. That's why a lot of those individuals who are on that spiritual level, they recognize what the soul is. They recognize that it shines bright, and it can literally envelop the physical world around them to an extent where if you walk into a building, everyone can feel it. You step into a large space and people can feel it. And that's kind of a beautiful thing, because those people, when they feel that, they feel the warmth and the brightness and the beauty of what comes from within the soul. And that's what you want to be. You want to be that person who brings light to the world. You don't want to bring darkness to the world. Bringing darkness to the world does nothing but hate, destruction, violence, pain, suffering. And that's one way for people to acquire their energy. You can acquire energy that way, which is what kind of creates that bright light, but it's a false bright light. You don't realize it until you're able to differentiate between true light and darkness. And that's the beautiful thing too, is that you as a creature of light, you can take a person who's been caught in the dark, and you can show them the way to start seeing the light and start bringing it outside of themselves. You can have a person who has been in darkness for so long, and they've developed a strong ability to shine bright, and you can take that darkness and you can flip it on its head real quick, and then all of a sudden they're shining bright, but in a light form, not a dark form. And that's the beautiful thing about the light side. The darkness can't grab a creature of light and pull them out of light and throw them into darkness and make them just as strong as they were when they were a light creature. But a creature of light can grab someone in the darkness, show them the way, pull them out, and bring them right into the light, and they haven't lost any power. So it's kind of a beautiful thing when it comes down to being a creature of light.